What's up, guys? Welcome to Never Left Alone. I created this YouTube channel to keep myself accountable to getting my list in every single day and keep you accountable as well. I'm pumped to have you here today. It is Tuesday. We're going to be hitting back. We're going to be hitting biceps and got a new format for the live stream. Built out a new timer and a new kind of visual aid that's going to help us get through the workout, as well as some fun Q&A questions too. So really excited for today's lift. Without further ado, we will go ahead and jump into it. Let's see if the nifty timer works from the phone. First test of the functionality. Here we go. All right, let's go. So we're gonna start with high knees, just to get the body loose. So get those knees up there. Get those knees up, getting the blood flowing, getting the body loose. 30 more seconds. Good work, guys. 15 more seconds. All right. Now we're going to jump into forward arm circles. We are also going to test out our first Q&A here. Let's see what we got. All right, forward arm circles. All right, hot take sequels. It should be illegal unless the original rider returns. Switch to backward arm circles. Start small, gradually make them bigger. Sequel should be illegal unless the original writer returns. Now, I'm gonna say no on that. I disagree. Reason being, all right, band pull parts. I read fantastic trilogy of books about 2 years ago. I forget what the trilogy is called, but the first book in the series is called Killer Angels. And it is about, underhand, band pull parts, it is about the Civil War. And the writer, I believe his name was Michael Shara, something like that. And I think he passed away before he could finish the trilogy. And so his son actually finished it after him. I think Michael Shara wrote the first book, and then his son wrote the next 2 books. And they are all fantastic. So I'm going to say I disagree there. Alright, dead hangs, get those shoulders loose. Get set up for our first exercise, which would be standard grip lat pull downs. Another new little change in the way we're doing workouts here. We are actually going to do the lift together. That way we got more time to chat between sets. So we are going to be hitting our workouts, or each of our sets at the same time. So we got 20 seconds. And then we're going to jump into our first set of lat pull downs, standard grip. Let's see what we got next on the docket. The Beatles are influential, but not the best band ever. I know some people that would get very fired up about this one. Okay, gonna jump into the first set, just gonna check my weights real quick. See here. Okay. First set down. First set down. Okay, the Beatles are influential, but not the best band ever. Where do I stand on this? I'm a huge Beatles fan. My dad was a big fan of the Beatles, so I grew up listening to a lot of the Beatles. Favorite Beatle is George Harrison, Here Comes the Sun, my favorite song of all time. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree because I simply can't think of another band that is better, to be honest. Music's subjective, but I think the Beatles are the best band of all time. It's undeniable that they're influential, but I would also say they are the best band of all time. I disagree. Alright, got another minute before our second set of seated lat pull downs. Let's see, I'm getting some lag here. So I'm gonna see if I can fix this. Alright, we're gonna lower the bit rate. Let's see what we're looking like there. Okay, set 2. Seated overhand grip lat pull downs. Second set. Alright, good work, guys. We're looking stronger on our stream here as well. I think that fixed it. Let me know if the resolution's not looking very sharp, but it looks pretty good on my end. So we're gonna rock with the lower bit rate. Alright, 2-minute rest. 2-minute rest. Got another fun little trick up my sleeve too for any PRs. So any PRs I hit or you hit, let me know in the chat. Got a fun little feature for any PRs. Let me know what you think too. Beatles, are they influential but not the best band ever? Let's see what we got up next. Beach vacations are boring, mountains are the real flex. Disagree. Totally disagree. And not because I think that mountain vacations are not fun. Love mountain vacations. In fact, I have a place in Tennessee in the mountains. Love it. It's on the lake, at the mountains too. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But grew up going on beach vacations, and the beach, that is my peaceful, happy place. Beach vacations, probably still my number one. I just love sitting on the beach, toes in the sand. You got the sun on your skin, the wind coming in from the waves. There's just nothing like it in my opinion. But I love mountain vacations too, specifically mountains with the lakes. In fact, I just was riding ATVs through mountains up in Tennessee. Apologies too for the sound. My wife is vacuuming the floor directly above me right now, so sorry if the audio is garbage right now. Alright, we get our last set of lap pull-downs. Three sets of lap pull downs. Good work, guys. Good work. That wasn't a PR, but I am saying I am going up on that next time. Because I felt pretty good there.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with
Got
that.
a little bit more left in my tank. Alexa's yelling at me. Alright. 2 minutes, and we're jumping over to underhand grip, lap pull downs. So, in conclusion, I disagree. Beach vacations are awesome. Mountain vacations are awesome. Vacation's awesome. What do we got next? Treadmills are a punishment. Outdoor runs make you tougher. No, I disagree. I disagree. As somebody who is probably in the top 1% of advocates for treadmills / walking pads in the world, I totally disagree. I absolutely love getting on my walking pad, just a nice casual stroll, clock 6,000 to 8,000 steps on the walking pad while you watch a TV show, basketball game, football game. It's the best way to do cardio in my opinion. A lot of people think you gotta punish yourself with cardio. If you're punishing yourself on a treadmill, that's no bueno. I don't think that's how you do it. I think you gotta find cardio that you enjoy doing. For me, I love just strolling on my walking pad for an hour while I watch a TV show. It's the best. Alright, first set, underhand grip lat pull downs. First set down. I'm feeling much better than I thought I was going to be today. Considering I only got 5 hours of sleep last night. The lifts are feeling pretty good so far. Yeah, treadmill runs. Don't punish yourself on the treadmill. Don't do that. That is not good. You're just gonna get burned out. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna be miserable, and you're gonna stop. But do a workout you enjoy on the treadmill. So if you like walking, I think walking is the best form of cardio. If you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to lose fat, get leaner, walking I think is the way to do it. Now if you enjoy running, by all means, go run. It's better for your cardiovascular system, which is good, and you're gonna burn calories. But treadmills versus outdoor runs, If I'm doing a run, I probably prefer outdoor over treadmill, but I think they can both be good. Alright, we got 45 more seconds and then jumping into our second set of underhand grip lat pull downs. And if you have not done so yet, if you're on your phone, go to the description below this video, click the link in the description. That is going to take you to a link where you can download the lifting log, track all your weights for every single lift to ensure that you are getting stronger over time. And if you're watching this on your computer or TV, you can scan the QR code right there with your phone, and that'll take you to that link as well. So be sure to download that lifting log. You gotta keep track of your weights to make sure you are increasing weight over time. Alright, second set. Underhand grip, lat pull downs. Second set down. Still feeling good. Pretty excited about how the back is feeling today. Two minutes rest, then we're gonna jump into our third and final set of underhand grip lat pull downs. Alright, let's see what we got next. Coffee or tea? Coffee all the way, 1000%. Drink my coffee every single morning. Get my coffee, not right in this cup right here. Fill up to like here with coffee. So it's like 2 full cups. And then if I'm trying to get some extra protein that day, I'll throw a little skim milk in there, about half a cup of skim milk. Get a little bit extra protein if I'm really focusing on the calories for the day. Focusing on leaning out like I am right now. Then I'll skip the skim milk and instead just go sugar-free coffee creamer. Either way, whether I got skim milk or not, I'm going sugar-free coffee creamer in there. 40 grams, give it a little bit of flavor. Throw the creatine in, throw the BCAAs in. Best way to start the day. I down that while I do my workout. I'm not a tea guy. Not a tea guy. Never enjoyed it. I heard a stat one time that tea is actually the most consumed drink on the planet. I think outside of water. But that surprised me. I thought coffee would be number one. But I think coffee is more popular here in the United States, whereas worldwide, tea is more popular. If you enjoy tea, let me know what I'm doing wrong. Let me know what I need to change to get into tea, because I would like to. It's a good, healthy drink, but I'm just not a fan. Three sets of underhand grip lat pull downs. Alright, we are going up in weight. Or I guess I should say I'm going up in weight on that on Friday. I hope you are as well. I hope that was feeling light and you are feeling like you are ready to bump up the weight. Alright, 2-minute break. Then we're going to jump into single arm dumbbell rows. Single arm dumbbell rows coming up next. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 8. I'm doing bonus reps because I'm capped out on my dumbbells. If you were ever capped out on the weights that you have available, just increase your reps. Alright, what do we got next? What do we got next? Time travel or teleportation. I feel like this one's gonna get deep. Time travel. Definitely time travel. Time travel, you can go back in time. You can, one, it would be sick to be able to just, okay, I gotta knock out this set first, actually. Okay, I'm gonna knock out this set first, and then we'll get back to that. Alright, minute break, 2-minute break. Good rest here. Alright, time travel for sure. Imagine being able to travel back to prehistoric times. I can't even imagine. I mean, that would be incredible. Travel back to times to see different historical figures. Incredible. Incredible. And then travel forward in time. See the future. And then travel back in time to spend time. You can relive your childhood. Spend time with lost loved ones. Teleportation for sure. I'm sorry, time travel for sure. Teleportation would be cool. Would be cool actually, especially because I really don't like flying. But time travel would be way better. Alright, 45 more seconds to rest, and then we attack our second set of single arm dumbbell rows. This here, I would say this is the toughest part of today's workout. So Single arm dumbbell rows. Not for the faint of heart. They are not easy. Alright, here we go. Set number 2. Second set down, rest up, 2 minutes for our third set. What do we got next here? Streaming series or movie night? Streaming series or movie night? If I had to pick one, I'd go movie night. I'm a bit of a movie buff. I was a film studies minor in college. Love movies. I do videography full time. I run a videography business. So that's how I got into it, was because I love movies. I think there's something about in a movie, typically, you've got a full story arc, start to finish. Hopefully great resolution at the end, and just well-crafted story within 2-hour-ish span of time. A series, you can get a lot of wasted time, dead time, throwaway time in a series. Obviously, the best ones, you don't get that, but there can be some hit or miss episodes. Even like Breaking Bad, which might be my favorite TV show of all time. You get the one episode with the fly in the lab and they're trying to kill it. That was just like a throwaway episode in my opinion. So if I had to pick one, I'd go movie night. Alright, next up. Ancient Rome or ancient Egypt? I'm going ancient Rome. Speaking of movies, one of my favorite movies of all time, Gladiator. One of the best of all time. Alright, third and final set. Single arm dumbbell rows. Let's knock him out. Three sets of single arm dumbbell rows. We made it, fellas. Toughest part of the lift, in my humble opinion. Next up, we've got shrugs. We're gonna be doing 3 sets of 10 for shrugs. I'll be doing bonus reps on the shrugs too, because I'm capped out on the dumbbells. Time to buy some more dumbbells. Alright. what do we got queued up? Free weights or machines? Okay. Free weights or machines? That's tough. This is the toughest one we've had so far. Okay, I would go free weights, but it is very close. And I actually, a goal of mine is to get a lot more machines. I mean, I don't have this is the only machine I have, I guess, my tonal, which is great, but I think you could find some machines, good ones, where you're able to just perfectly target the muscle that you're looking to hit. I've used some fantastic back machines, some great shoulder machines. So that is a goal of mine, is to be able to purchase some machines in the future and use those for my lifts. But I would take, if I had to pick one, I would take free weights. You just got more flexibility with them. And it's just like, the core of lifting, just built on free weights. Alright, first set of shrugs, let's get it. Oh yeah, feeling that one. All right. Once again, doing 3 sets of 10 here, but if you are capped out on your weights like me, don't have any dumbbells heavier than 55s, then just add more reps on. So shooting for 3 sets of 8, just add more reps if you're capped out on your dumbbells. Next. Alright, which fictional world would you live in for a week? Oh, that is a good question. Which fictional world would you live in for a week? I'm going to think about that as much as I can while I do this second set of shrugs, and then let you know. Alright, let's knock out this second set. Second set down. Alright, minute rest, and we got our third set. I think I would probably say I'm gonna kick myself later because I'm sure I'm gonna think of another one that I would prefer. But right now, I think I would say Narnia. Fun fact, I actually fell into a slight depression when I was in 4th grade. Not like a serious depression, just like I was legitimately very sad for like 3-4 days. because I finished the final book in the Narnia series, and I thought in my head, it's like, I'm never going to read a series of books that is this good again. I thought that was it. Thought I had peaked in 4th grade in literature. To be honest, I don't know if I have yet read another series as good or better. So I'd probably say Narnia. That would probably be the fictional world I would live in. Alright, last set of shrugs. Knock them out. Three sets of shrugs. Alright, minute rest, and then we are going to jump into biceps. We've got incline dumbbell curls for our biceps today. Go ahead and get your bench ready. Check out my weights here, see what I'm doing. Go ahead and jump into that first set of incline shrugs. We're doing 3 sets of 10. First set down. And forgot to put the hat forward. Minute rest. Minute rest. I'm gonna actually go 2 minutes rest here. Let me check. Yeah, we're gonna give ourselves 2 minutes rest. Alright, we're gonna pause there for another minute. And while we pause there, let's see what question we got up next. What song instantly boosts your mood no matter what? I have a song that immediately comes to mind for this, and it's probably, I doubt there's anybody else out there. I think I could pull 10,000 people, and not one of them would say this song. But the song that instantly boosts my mood is Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake. Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake. I don't know if I heard that song in the spring when I was in high school or what it was, but it just immediately makes me think of like the turn of winter to spring, warmer weather. Well, she just gets me so excited. It's just got like this good poppy, feel-good vibe to it. Suit and Tie by Justin Timberlake. That would be my song. Alright, let's jump into set number 2. We'll take 9 reps on that. In fact, 9 reps on my second set of seated incline dumbbell curls. That is a PR. And fellas, when we hit a PR, that calls for one thing and one thing only. And that is Ronnie Coleman screaming, "Yeah, buddy." The only thing that could fully encapsulate the moment of a PR. Ronnie Coleman screaming, "Yeah, buddy!" Yeah, buddy. Alright. So any PRs that you hit up there, you let me know. You drop them in the chat. So Ronnie Coleman can give you a yeah, buddy. And I realized I jumped the gun on the last set. Okay, because we're 2 sets in. So we're going to jump ahead. To our third and final set. Alright, 5 reps, I'll take it. Alright, our last bicep exercise. We've got dumbbell incline hammer curls. We got 2 sets rest before we knock out 3 sets of incline hammer curls. And actually, I'm going to cut it a little short today for myself because I got some obligations that I need to get to. So, if you want to finish the workout out, I'm going to knock out one set of seated incline hammer curls. So we got 3 sets of seated incline hammer curls. I'm going to leave you after the first set, so knock out 2 sets after me, and then our ab finisher. Now, oh, you know what, never mind. I'm riding this thing out with you. I'm all good. Change of plans. But that does remind me, if you have not yet, be sure to download the lifting log. If you're on your phone, just go to the link in the description below this video to download it there. If you are watching on your computer or TV, scan the QR code in the bottom right corner of the video with your phone. That'll take you to the page too. I built the lifting log so that you guys can keep track of all the weight you're doing for every lift right on your phone. That way you can ensure that you're getting stronger week over week. So be sure to download that lifting log. Second set. Or first set, I'm sorry. Ooh, feeling it in the biceps. Yeah, buddy. Feeling it in the biceps. Alright, 2 minutes rest. 2 minutes to rest. Once again, scan the QR code linked in the bottom right corner of the video to download the lifting log so you can keep track of all of your weights right on your phone for every single lift we're doing. That's how you make sure you're getting stronger over time. You can also click the link in the description below. Let's get another question in here. Let's get another question. Which city surprised you most and why? I think I'm torn between two actually. So I'm not a world traveler by any means. I've been to a lot of different places in the United States. Traveled out of the country a little bit. Mostly Mexico, the Caribbean, vacation kind of destinations. Never been to Europe. Would love to go someday. Never been though. Been to Canada, saw Niagara Falls. Very cool. Would love to do that again. City that surprised me most? 2 cities. One, San Pedro, which I think is a city, technically in Belize. So it's an island, but I think also a city off the coast of Belize. Went there last year on vacation. Beautiful. And the city itself was super cool. It felt like it wasn't as developed. I mean, it wasn't as developed as places in the United States. But everyone was so nice. And I thought that was like a cool aspect of it. I'd never really been to a place like that before that. Most of it was like the buildings were still like under construction. It didn't look like there was a whole lot of construction code happening in the area either. So it just had a much different feel. That everyone was really nice. It was just an awesome. It was a really cool experience. Okay, I'm gonna knock out this second set, and then I'll come back with my second city. Second set down. Second city that surprised me. Mexico City. Went there last year. Had a couple surprises. The city itself, I thought it was beautiful, like how much nature there was in the city, and they were kind of like combined with each other, and the parks were gorgeous. There were trees all along the sidewalks, but not like you see in the United States where it's almost too perfectly placed. Like the tree planted right here, all spaced out evenly. They had like natural, it was like a tree that they had taken from somewhere and put there. It was like they built the city around some of the trees and different foliage, which I thought was really cool. Made for some bumpy sidewalks. I don't know how practical it is, but I thought it was really neat. The food was insane, incredible, and I feel like we only saw a small glimpse of it. It was also felt like it was very walkable. I was able to walk around with a lot of different stuff, which was cool. Second part of the surprise that was not as fun was the surprise that I came back home with afterward. My digestive system was not functioning very well for about 2 weeks after that trip. I didn't drink the water. I think I might have eaten the ice. So be careful. Traveling out of country into an area that maybe your body is not as acclimated to, don't eat the ice. Don't do it. Alright, next question. Alright. I'm going to mull this one over. Whichever one will stop bleeding. Okay. I'm going to think through this one while I knock out my last set of curls. Last set of hammer curls. Here we go, guys. Three sets of hammer curls. And I think I forgot to call out for the Instagram video, incline curls too. 3 sets of incline curls. And that was 7 reps there. Not a PR. Not a PR. I thought it might have been. Not a PR. Okay, we got 2 minutes rest. And then we have our ab finisher. Plated sit-ups, supersetted with leg raises. So get your bench flat, grab a plate, get ready to get after it. Okay, gym myth though. Gym myth do you wish everyone stopped eating? I'm gonna come at this from like a just fitness myth. There are endless of them, but I think the biggest unlock for me in my brain, I never felt like I was able to get in the optimal physique that I wanted to. For my whole life, I played sports. I was heavily involved in athletics. Just always run around, stand, moving, just constantly. So was always in like good cardiovascular shape, but never had abs. I never had visible abs. Never had much definition on my muscular stature at all, and I felt like it was just like a genetic thing. When I was in my late 20s, like all the way up to my late 20s, like I'm built different in not a good way. Like it's just not for me. Like some of my buddies, they just look shredded, and I thought like maybe I couldn't do it. But my 30th birthday was last August, and I'm gonna put myself to the test. Okay, knock out abs first though. I'll try to talk while I do this actually. Put myself to the test. I said, Grant, you were gonna dial in for 90 days. Dial in and see what happens. Can you get abs? I did a DEXA body scan, which is like the gold standard for measuring body fat percentage. Leg lifts. Did a DEXA body scan. My body fat percentage was 21.8%. That was, I can confidently say, the worst shape I had ever been in. And for 90 days, I cut sugar out of my diet, basically like entirely. I ate 200 grams of protein roughly every single day. That was my goal, hit 200 grams of protein every day. Back to abs, arms, like back to sit-ups. I tried to get 8 hours of sleep every night. Fell short of that quite a bit though. And then tried to lift at least 3 days a week and walk at least 10,000 steps each day. I did that for 90 days. I went from 21.8% body fat percentage to 14.3 body fat. I had visible abs, not like a shredded six-pack, but I mean, I could see all 6 of my abs. And finally understood that it's not genetics, it's science. Everybody can get in fantastic shape. Your shape might look a little bit different. Your shape might look a little bit different than somebody else's. Maybe somebody else can achieve like a more optimal physical shape. Maybe they have broader shoulders, a slimmer waist, like bone structure, slimmer waist. But everybody can get to a fantastic body fat percentage where they look shredded. It's possible. Everyone can do it. It's literally science. So the biggest myth I would say is that you can't get in good shape because your genetics just won't allow you to. I would say that, and then there's like so many little pieces, so many little lies to go on top of that I could talk about for literally hours. So drop a comment below if you have a comment about anything there, or a question about anything there, or a comment, honestly. I'd be happy to answer them. So comment below. But awesome job, guys. We knocked out that lift. We got stronger today. The back is feeling juiced right now. The abs are feeling juiced. Good work. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow. I'm going to be here every day, Monday through Saturday, to keep myself accountable and keep you accountable. So I better see you tomorrow. Tell a friend what we're doing. Tell them to come join us. Tune in for the live stream tomorrow. All right, with that, I will see you tomorrow for day 62. Tomorrow we're going to be hitting the legs. All right, subscribe if you haven't yet also. Peace.